So there must be a connect. The man must know you, understand, or if you want to be a governor, you must understand the dynamics of that state.
Yeah.
You must understand the mentality. You must even understand what we may call the catch of that state, or what some people say your unique selling point. I want to be the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Who are the people of Akwa Ibom State? What makes them tick? What gets to them? What do they really need? You discover that you go to a certain community and you want to take road to that community. They don't have anybody with a car. All they want in that place is water, because all these waterborne diseases is killing them. Okay, that's the third C. Then P is patriotism.
Okay.
Now, patriotism is simply love for constituency.
How will I know if a person is patriotic?
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. You must, as a citizen, undertake certain responsibilities.
Okay.
There is no man that drops from the sky.
Okay.
It's easy for us to have an idea of, look, you're from a state, you have an idea of the antecedents of this person in this state.
Sure.
He loves the people long before. Patriotism.
Yeah.
The final one is what they call the X factor.
Okay.
X factor, to a lot of people, they see it as what they call the hidden hand. It's like when you've done all your due diligence, there's something out there that helps to tie it together. And within the inner recesses of your mind, you know that you have done
How will we
work.
know that X factor? The people on the outside looking
No. The X factor
how will we know it?
No. The X factor, like I said, is a hidden hand. Is as an individual, when I've done my due diligence, okay, the X factor is not within your control, but it's just for you to know that there's something that is going to bless the work that you have done.
It seems like there's something with this guy.
Yes, exactly.
So now the thing is, so when I look at what you're doing and what the organization is, or the group is doing, is the aim to sensitize Nigerians, or is it to submit it to the National Assembly, or what is it?
No, you don't submit to anybody. The aim is primarily to sensitize. You'll be amazed. We have a full secretariat where we employed 20 graduates. And though some of them are on part-time now just to be able to meet the bills, but what they do is they are on the social media 24/7 spreading. That's why some people don't even know that Nigeria First is less than a year. But because of what we do thousands of impressions on a daily basis. So we sensitize the people. And along the line, we're having a second arm introduced to it. People say, look, we can think in terms of, before I elect a leader, as an individual, personal responsibility, I need to follow my conscience and do this analysis. Then how about the structure of Nigeria with respect to the agenda we run? Do we have a national agenda and things like that? So a second arm of Nigeria First is looking at what we call the man, the tool. The man is leadership recruitment. The tool is the agenda for the nation. And that's where people like you on the platform are giving ideas, and we're articulating these ideas, and we've started having town hall meetings and networking with Nigerians and getting ideas and sensitizing all of them. So this is strictly, like I said, a civic engagement platform. So we're getting Nigerians and calling them to come in, give us ideas, think of what we are saying, buy the ideas, apply them as individuals.
So now let's come to something that we want to call citizenship responsibility.
Thank you.
It means that there are some people in a country that want a certain kind of order. They want a certain kind of Nigeria. How do we get this so-called citizenship responsibility? How do we get Nigerians to determine their own fate by stating what they want and therefore the kinds of candidates they want?
Thank you. I think that's probably one of the most interesting questions and important questions that I would need to let Nigerians come to terms with. It's a simple common sense that he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Number two, the boss does not take instruction from the employee. the employee take instructions from the employer. Mm-hmm. If I send you, it means that you take my instruction. But if you come and pay me, it means that you are my boss. What happens in elections? Until we Nigerians take personal responsibility for our recruitment of our leaders, we will continue, no matter how much we complain, to experience what we are experiencing today. 2019 is coming. We're asking ourselves, who has the capacity? That's the most stupid question you can ask, which is financial capacity. Yeah. Because any man that has the financial capacity to pay you has dispensed with you. He owes you nothing thereafter, either as a senator, House of Assembly member, as a governor, as a president. Number two, if that man has to go to a godfather to get his money to run the election, when he's through, he would have paid you. All his responsibility is to his, the man he borrowed the money from. So I want to appeal to Nigerians on this platform to take personal responsibility, to be the ones to send. Look for a man that fits the bill. Let us learn the spirit of volunteerism to put in. You just said about Donald Trump, which was very interesting. If Donald Trump was a Nigerian, half his money would have been spent in buying bags of rice. And as he's in office, he's going to think of, how do I get my money back, because I'm not going to be here forever. But average Americans were giving their $5, $10 to elect Donald Trump. Absolutely. We must come back to a point where we understand that it's either we send the people or the people buy us and go. If we send them, then we hold them to account. If they buy us, we have no business asking them for anything. We must come as citizens to learn. Look, there is nobody. If today you want to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the first thing we should ask ourselves is to profile you. Can you do it? On the ballot, let me just stop here because time is going. Yeah. In the last election, one of my friends, my classmate, I talk a lot amongst my classmates, one of my classmates, which means he's gone to a school and gotten a first degree and gotten a master's degree, not just in anything, in architecture. It means there's a certain level of enlightenment, awareness, exposure that you have. Sure. And I told him, 2017 or 15, who did you vote? He said, I didn't vote for anybody. I said, why? He said, the two people that were there, I didn't want to waste my vote. I said, no, there were not two people there. He said, I said, there was a lady there who was a professor. He said, why waste your vote? I said, you say so? Now we had about 130 million eligible voters. Out of the 130 million, only 70 million registered. Out of the 70 million, only 30 million voted. Out of the 30 million, the president only won with about 15 million votes. Now, what happens to these over 50 million? Yes, votes, okay. 115 million votes. Yeah. What happens to these other 50 million plus? Who probably won, maybe about 20 million of them saw that lady as, oh, she's very good, but I'm not going to waste my vote. Whereas if they had all gone and voted, maybe that woman would have, So Nigerians should forget, and I'll end with a little experience I had. In 2015, in 2007, yes. I contested the governorship of my state. I went to meet a man.
What state?
Yeah, Akwa Ibom State. Okay. I went to meet a man who said, he told me, a young person, an average person, if that guy had given me 200,000, I would have been so grateful to him, But he said, architect, they called me Otuekon, it's like Arion or Kakamfo, it's general, that's my title. He said, architect, they will not give you this. I know my people, but I would rather fail with you than give my money to people I know should not. They will win, but they will not win with my money. And this man got inside the house, brought 2 million. I sat, I couldn't stand up from the seat. 2 million. I told me they will not allow you. I know, but let me fail and tell my conscience that I did that which was right.
That's quite significant.
It was a turning point in my life. Ekopet. I till tomorrow I hold that man in the highest esteem. 2 million relative to what I spent wasn't, but that a man that could do that. How many of us as Nigerians will say, let this man I believe in
voting
could be
on principle.
On principles. Yes. I've become a spokesman for the present chairman of INEC because I've sat down one-on-one with him and he has said certain things that have inspired me. He's a man who is willing to lose that office and do the right thing. And I think that's why we came up with this electronic vote. If you notice, there are 1 or 2 changes that are coming in and people don't know. 2019 is going to be a pleasant shock to good Nigerians and a root shock to those who think that this country will never be good, because in my lifetime, Nigeria is going to be okay.
Nigeria will be fine. Architect, thank you so very much. You are wonderful.
Oh, thanks so much.